Hello, everybody. Welcome into North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for today's Championship Saturday action. Coming to you from the J. Brian Floyd Center in North Myrtle Beach. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. And I'm glad you guys are here for us. The 12 o'clock tip-off here. We are underway, just a little bit delayed here getting started, but we're caught up now. And you are watching National Christian Academy taking on the Comenius School. Comenius is out of South Carolina and NCA out of Maryland. NCA actually has teams playing in 3 title games today, and this is the first one. NCA in the dark blue. Big block there. By number 15, Malik Kennedy. We expect big things from Kennedy today. And Comenius is in the home whites, which is only fitting considering they are a home state team. So this is the JV action. Right after this, we'll have the girls varsity. And then at the 3 p.m. game, we'll have the varsity boys. And you'll get to see what I consider to be maybe the best game of the day, if not, but we'll have to see who the prep teams that went out. But the best we've seen so far, which will be National Christian taking on Legacy Charter. But underway here, the JV boys from the J. Brian Floyd Center on Netcast Sports. You can watch all of today's action on netcastsports.com. So one of the first things I wanted to get out of the way is the scoreboard at the time. Now, if you've been watching our broadcast this week, you know we've been running 16-minute halves. This game, they're running 8-minute quarters, just like a high school rule. So don't want anybody to be confused at home, calling in and writing angry emails. It all goes to a catch-all email box anyway. So first points on the board as NCA draws first blood and takes a 2-point lead early here. Steal there by Malik Kennedy. He's going to keep it, drive inside, use his length, and unable to finish, but he does draw the foul. No, I believe they're going to call a walk. Kennedy now playing tough defense on the outside. And that looked almost like a turnover as Jimmy Capeta tracks it down, and now Kennedy with the rebound. And the whistle's coming quickly early. And so there's going to be a timeout on the floor as NCA wants to talk things over. So today's action is, you're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach. And we've enjoyed being here for the past 3 days. It's been a long days watching lots of basketball, but today we're in for the best games of the event. And then I know I was talking with the crew, we're going to take off, right after these games, and we're going to be catching some Hoop State action, Duke and UNC. So, I got here early this morning. I wanted to check out some of the JV teams that were playing, and so I arrived at the gym around 9 or so, talked to some of the coaches. So we're going to do these games, and then we're going to wrap it up with some college at the end of the day. So all basketball all day. It's not a bad Saturday. Now back in action here as Comenius is looking to get their first points. Deep outside shot, no good by Nashawn. Low scoring affair so far. Now, I want to tell people at home who may not be familiar with these types of games, these are JV programs, but you're looking at JV programs at a national level. So a lot of these players, you're going to see guys who would be varsity at most public schools and probably be starters or get a lot of minutes, depending on the public school level. So a lot of national level private school teams have JV programs. Oak Hill, Miller Grove, they have JVs, and that's what we're watching right now, JV high school. Comenius continues to work the ball around. Tries a little dump off there from inside from Chandler. So far, Comenius has been unable to get any buckets. Full court press being employed by NCA early. And it's going to be a blocking call right on the baseline. .507 left here in the first quarter. Drive and finish. And that's going to be a hoop and a harm for Malik Kennedy, who's going to go to the line. They're going to give him the basket, as they should, and he's going to go to the line. It's been a lot of fun watching the National Christian teams here this week. Legacy Charter was another one. I'm really excited about that game this afternoon. National Christian has a good program, as you can evidence by just the talent, even on this JV team. And that's a turnover by Blackwell. Asking for an explanation from the referee. And I see Christian Matthews is in the building, the Georgia Tech commit, who has been a bucket machine in this tournament. I was talking to some of the NCAA coaches, and they were, and coaches will always start breaking down what they like, but they also immediately start telling you what they don't like. I'm not going to go into all that, but let me say I personally am impressed by Christian Matthews. Georgia Tech is getting a very solid offensive weapon. And Comenius finally gets on the board. 7-2 now. They've cut into that lead. They're now only trailing by 5. Great speed as Capeta pushes it up the floor for NCA. One thing I would like to see him do is he's obviously got the speed to get the ball up, but he's getting too far into the basket before he looks to pass to an open teammate, and he's got to see that break developing earlier. Another score inside for Brandon, number 3. And just like that, they've cut the lead to 3. NCA working the ball around. Kicks it to the far corner. Drive up over the top. Blackwell shot no good. Blackwell gets his own rebound. That shot wild. Misses everything. Now going the other direction. Behind the back dribble. Up. Feeds it. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but he'll be going to the line. Number 2, Quincy. Quincy's second shot is good. And they've managed to cut that lead now back down to 1. If they are listed as the home team on today, and that's, as I said, appropriate since they're the team from South Carolina. Feed inside and score by number 11, Javon Shingler. Pass the outside right in front of us. Benny looking to step right through the double team. Doesn't do so successfully. Ball gotten out to Malik Kennedy and off the fingertips of Covington. So going back over to Comenius School. You can watch all of today's action on netcastsports.com. You can also follow us on Twitter at netcastsports. And just like that, Comenius School cuts the lead back to 1 again. The only game we don't have the teams lined up for yet is the final game of the day because they're still playing over in the other gym, the other location. Some sloppy ball handling there by Quincy, and that results in a turnover. So National Christian Academy clinging to a 1-point lead right now. 2:18 left in this quarter. Comenius working the ball around the perimeter as NCAA is going to his zone, and that's going to force Comenius to call a timeout so they can talk things over. So we're going to take a break and step away from the mic for just a moment. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship.
After the kids burn off their energy, maybe something sophisticated, a wine tasting in the sea breeze. In the meantime, maybe we kayak or go horseback riding on a wide open beach. Of course, we can always shop. Right now, just coast in beautiful North Myrtle Beach.
All right, we're back here. 1:13 left to play here in the first quarter, 13-9. National Christian Academy and the Road Blues taking on the Comenius School out of South Carolina in their white home jerseys. NCAA is holding on to their 3-point lead. And now we're just about to hit a minute left in the first quarter. Good stop, defensive stop there by the Comenius School. And they're looking to cut into this lead right before the end of the break here. Drive and slash, no good. Rebound, put back up, battle inside. Everyone going after the rebound. Loose ball picked up by NCAA. Floater, no good. 34 seconds left. Wide open deep shot there. Missed. 18 seconds left. NCAA not holding the ball. They decided to just work it inside, and there's going to be a foul. And that's going to send Harrod to the line. Number 42. Should be a shooting foul. No, they're saying it's going to be a side out. That looked like he was in the act of shooting. He's right under the basket. Not that I would second guess the referees. .8 on the clock. And that's going to do it. 17-10 right at the break, and we'll be back in just a moment. All right, we're back here. Second quarter of action from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, here at the J. Bryan Floyd Center. JV High School Boys USA National Prep Basketball Championships. This is the title game for the JV boys. Comenius School out of South Carolina taking on National Christian Academy. 17-10 now in favor of NCA. So Comenius School looking to work the ball inside, and successfully does. Colton, number 10, with his first basket of the game. And that cuts the lead to 5. And the gym is becoming more animated. The Comenius School, their bench is imploring them to dig deep, but they're unable to stop. Over the top, number 21, McAdoo. Too much size and just goes over everyone. And then they immediately press, but Comenius School is able to beat that press. They try to set up their offense, but now they commit a turnover. Too strong over the basket for Jimmy Capeta, but it looks like NCA is going to the line. 19-12 now in favor of the National Christian Academy. You're going to be hearing a lot about National Christian Academy players today, considering they're in the 3 title games, or 3 of the 4 title games that we're broadcasting today. Shot is good for Capeta. National Christian pulls their bigs off the line for this next shot. Another steal in the midcourt. And those turnovers becoming very costly for Comenius School. NCA working the ball around well, good spacing. Can't get that shot to fall. Kennedy with the rebound. He can't get the putback. Tries again. NCA owning the offensive boards. And it pays off again. And they get a foul. They don't get the bucket. But they are going back to the line. Javon Shingler, number 11. Well, it looked like he was going to the line now. Now he's saying he's being told that it's side out or on the baseline. Feeds inside. Nobody stopped the cutter, and there's going to be a foul on McAdoo. He was the guy that just came unencumbered through the lane, but then couldn't finish off the shot. A lot of gimmies being missed by those big men inside. They should take those layups and cash in. Wild errant pass coming over our way. I mean, I was open. That's probably why he threw the ball over here. I had my hands ready to take the shot, so being a good point guard. We got a timeout on the floor, and coaches are going to talk things over. Today's event, the USA National Prep Basketball Championship, is brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach. You can visit explorenorthmyrtlebeach.com. And we've been doing that while we've been down here. Today is pretty nice already. We've had a couple of chilly days. The first day was really nice in the middle of the day. So yeah, it's been extremely nice. But today, as soon as I got up, I was like, oh, this is the last day we're here. Unfortunately, it's so nice. But I'll never complain when I come to the beach. I know we had a couple of crew members, one in particular that was trying to see if he could go swimming. We advised against that. Back in action here. 21-12. NCA is sort of taking a stranglehold on this game early, and that's a great putback by Malik Kennedy. They're going to be inbounding the ball right underneath our Netcast Sports banner. Big time rebound there by Jimmy Capeta. Feeds it up to Malik Kennedy, and Kennedy with a nice little scoop shot. Kennedy coming alive. I've got him for 8 points unofficially. Comenius, nice dish inside to the cutter. And Comenius School with another bucket. And another stop for Comenius School. They need those defensive stops. Still a lot of time in this one, and I do like the fact that they're playing quarters in this one because it gives more pacing where the guys can actually, sort of play through the entire game as opposed to the 16-minute halves that can seem a bit rushed. Deep outside shot, no good. Battle for the rebound. Capeta comes down with it. Nice dish by Capeta. Scoops it up to Kennedy. That time he's not able to finish. Kennedy gets the rebound, puts it back in. So all of a sudden Kennedy's become money in the bank for NCA. And I like the fact that Capeta that time passed the ball off much earlier. He's very fast. That ball misses everything. Rim, backboard. And he's getting, Malik Kennedy is getting instruction from the varsity team players over here on the sideline, or over here in the stands. They're sitting right to our left behind us. So they're over here in our VIP section. Kennedy really went after that block shot, doesn't foul. Kennedy driving. Kennedy never slowed down. He ran both lengths of the floor. Defense and then offense. And NCA looking to open up an even larger lead now, up by 15. Kennedy now with the rebound. All of a sudden Malik Kennedy has come alive. And in the first half here, for second quarter, it's been a dominant performance for him. Comenius School looking for some offense. NCA was smothering defense on the outside. Great pass. And it makes him pay. He's got 5 points. Comenius School is not getting back defensively to the baseline the way they should, and they do not like what they're seeing over there in the Comenius School. They're going to talk about it right now. We've got a break in the action. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championships, brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. Explore North Myrtle Beach. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. All right, we're back. Right after the timeout, everybody wanted to talk things over. I got to say, these timeouts that they've got here are incredibly short. There's no way that we're getting full 30 seconds timeout. I can see where the coaches are trying to stretch it out. Seems like as soon as they walk to the sideline, they're buzzing them back in. So Comenius, offensively, they've done some things well, but defensively, they've been really having trouble staying in front of NCA. Good steal there. Comenius School looking for the open man. Ball knocked around. Dive on the floor, and he's going to be called out on the baseline. 33-16 now. National Christian Academy in the lead here at the JV title game. Four championship games today, including this one, JV high school. We've also got we also got the high school girls championship coming up next. And then at 3 p.m. we've got the high school boys championship. And finally at 4:30 we have the prep and post-grad boys championship. Lots and lots of college prospects, more in every game as the day goes on. National Christian now working the ball around. They have not had to run much of a half-court offense in this game because they've gotten so many opportunities at runouts. And right now just muscling over the top inside is Herod, but he's called for the travel. There's just no one on Comenius that has the size to be able to handle Herod. So the past couple of times he's gotten down there, he's actually been his own worst enemy. But he's definitely got the ability to power over those other players inside there. Deep outside shot. That's going to help Comenius as they try to mount a comeback here early. This is another thing about young players. We saw this yesterday, that you can think the game is won when you get out and you get a big lead, and then next thing you know, the other team just comes roaring back. And NCAA's got to be careful of that. They want to maintain this lead. You still want to play your game. That shot's no good. Big rebound by Noah. Kicks it out to Brandon. Drive, and foul on the floor. I hear one of the coaches say, this isn't the first round, this is the championship. Play hard. Well, he has a point. Although I would argue you want to play hard in every round. Not that I would second guess the coach. Comenius with a chance to cut into the lead with the clock stopped here. First shot, no good. Rebound. Can't get it to go, but Nishan is going to the line. As he drew the foul. And now he's got a chance to cut into that lead. Just one tick under 1 minute. It's 59.9 seconds on the clock. 33-21 in favor of NCA. And that first shot is good. NCA working the ball around. Big block, but there's a foul on number 33, Benny. And that looks like it's going to send Thompson to the line. We are closing in on the half very quickly now. 41.8 seconds left. Thompson's first shot drops, giving him his first point on the day. Gorgeous day outside. You can see on the far side that almost floor-to-ceiling glass. Probably is floor-to-ceiling with the exception of the padding they've had to put down in front of the benches there. And I don't know if we'll be here long enough, but probably late in the day. We were here later the past couple of days. But if we're here long enough, we'll see the retractable awnings come down to block the sun out so the players don't have to contend with that. Nice deep shot on the outside by Fowler. And that 3 ball cuts the lead back to 10. Still double digits, though. 18 seconds left on the clock. Clock is rolling. NCAA probably looking to work for one good shot here. Leaving it in the hands of Jimmy Capeta, their point guard. He drives to the right, scoops under, stops over the top. No good. Rebounded by Comenius. They've got a chance, but they cannot get a shot off in time, and that's going to do it for the half. 35-25 in favor of National Christian Academy over Comenius School. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championships here live on Netcast Sports, and we'll be back right after the half. All right, we're back here, second half. Not really half, third quarter, but it might as well be the half. After the break now, 35-25 in favor of NCA. You're watching live on Netcast Sports. We have 4 championship games coming to you today. This is the JV Boys High School National Championship. National Christian and the Comenius School. Coming up next, we've got the Varsity Girls Championship, then the Varsity Boys, and then the Prep Boys. Finally wrapping up the day. Every game a barn burner. The crew and I were just talking about that 3 p.m. Legacy Charter and National Christian Academy High School Boys Championship. That is going to be a fantastic game. If you watched yesterday's action, you already are familiar with both of those teams. And right now, NCA on a roll here early in the third quarter over the Comenius School. Comenius School having trouble staying in front of the speed of NCA. And look at that full court pass up to Malik Kennedy. Kennedy drives, and he is thrown to the ground. That is a hard foul. And Kennedy's going to be going to the line. And right now the Comenius School coach is telling some of his guards, you need to settle down. We don't need that type of play. That far. You know, when a player's going, you do want to stop him. You don't want him to get the bucket and the hoop, but a little too aggressive there from the guard on Comenius, so the coach is trying to tell them to settle down. You know, there's a lot of time left in this one, so let's not let everything get away from us. We've got both the NCA varsity girls and boys sitting right next to us here. So they are into this game. They're rooting for the JV guys. Coming and showing support, some solidarity. And that's who you hear chanting defense in the background is actually the varsity team for NCA. And the crowd get what they want with that one. Malik Kennedy now kicks it ahead. And Jimmy Capeta, there's a stop, a break in the action. 12-point lead for NCA. They're going to inbound the ball. Kennedy right over here in front of us. Feeds it inside, some passing, and that's going to be a hold right in the paint. Comenius School just really, really having a problem dealing with the size and athleticism of National Christian Academy. Six minutes left in the third period. Still 12-point lead. Baseball pass to the front court. Deep shot, no good. Number 12, Dellin, gets his own rebound. Goes back over the top with it. That one's also no good. Ball slapped away, but that's going to be a foul call on Dellin. And he's frustrated. And he's actually talking with the coach, and he's out of the play. That's just that's a poor judgment call there for Dellin. He's actually arguing with the coach for a moment and missed and was out of the play on the defensive end. And the result here on this end is that Shingler's going back to the line. Javon Shingler, number 11. Shingler with 5 points now after that free throw. There is still some contention over on the sideline. Oh man, Malik Kennedy, just a man among boys right now. Gets another putback. And he's going back to the line. and he is all over the floor. And for the Comenius school, things are a little disheveled right now. And the coach is doing his best to get everybody calmed down. Emotions are running high. It looks like everything has gotten sorted out over there a bit. They've got a hold back here. But things are not looking good at the moment for Comenius. They've got to come up with some answers. Down 40-25, 5:33 left in the third quarter. And now NCAA is picking up full court. Malik Kennedy got a hand on it, but it's going to be knocked out of bounds. So now National Christian is going to call off that full court press. Sort of seeing or sensing blood in the water, I think. NCAA trying to make sure that they don't slack off. And that's a turnover, unforced turnover by Comenius School. They don't need those. They need consistent play from their guards. Body language not great right now in Comenius School, so they've got to let get their emotions in check here. Power play inside. That's McAdoo. McAdoo is the biggest player in today's game, both in size and height. And that time he just powered over it. He's still got to work through finishing through contact, but he gets himself to the line here. And it pays off for him as he finishes with the free throw, and he's got another one coming. All right, 5 minutes exactly left in the third quarter. Clock has stopped. One more coming for McAdoo. He misses the second of two, but Malik Kennedy is right there to clean up the mess. 14 points on the day for Kennedy. And Kennedy is a nice-looking prospect here on this JV squad for National Christian Academy. Comenius School now working the ball around. Here's Kennedy, but he may have stepped on the line. He couldn't keep it in bounds. A very active player, and Kennedy is getting instruction from the varsity players, instruction and encouragement as he runs back down the floor. For 21, McAdoo. And for the first time, I see an actual towel being used to mop up the floor. So I'd like to commend the event for taking a couple of days and hitting Walmart or finding the proper person. Probably what it was, the towel person probably wasn't here the first 2 days, and we just couldn't get that closet unlocked. But for championship Saturday, you break out the good towels. 3:36 left to play here in the third quarter. Comenius School looking for some answers on both ends of the floor. They have not been effective in their offense today, so they've got to find something. Deep outside shot, that would help, but it's off the mark, and NCA with the rebound, and they're wanting to push the ball. Whereas things haven't been working for Comenius, NCA has just been a step quicker and a little bit better spacing. But there's a turnover. That's good for Comenius. Now they're going to try to turn that into some points, and there's a foul on number 3, Covington. I actually referred to number 3, Brandon, on Comenius School incorrectly earlier. But this time the foul is on Covington of NCA. And those unforced turnovers are just a killer. No coach wants to see a turnover, but just an unforced error like that will give a coach gray hair in a hurry. Tight defense being played by Brandon out on the perimeter. He's in the shirt of every ball handler and just chasing them around, but NCA gets a shot off, and there's a hard foul on the inside. The foul is called on Quincy, and his teammates are talking to him, trying to get his emotions in check. Comenius School is not happy with the way things are going right now. They're probably frustrated with themselves. They just can't get what they've had working for them this tournament going. First shot is good for Javon Shingler. That gives him 6 points on the day. Coming up next, we've got the varsity girls, another National Christian Academy team, taking on Legacy Charter. (44-25) now with 2:29 left to play in the third quarter. Right now, NCA on a roll, still up by almost 20. The Comenius School still looking for some answers here on the offensive end. And that deep shot will help just a bit with 3 points, 44-28. This number 11, Chowler, gets his second 3-ball of the game. Now he's got 6. And Comenius trying to extend their defense out just a bit on the wings. Instead of sending a box and one, trying to trap a little bit more. Nice play by Shingler. Unable to capitalize. He dumps it off inside to Harad, and Harad was unable to score. So Comenius School with a nice 3-ball now with a defensive stop. Another 3 from the outside, no good. And NCA's got numbers. Comenius School does a good job of getting back that time, but now they're caught in the backcourt. And finally ends up in the hands of Brandon, who's going to walk the ball up. Good job getting the ball over to your point guard right there. And that shot is no good. There's going to be a foul over to the left side of the basket. Quincy to inbound. Deep shot rattles in. That's going to be a 2-ball. Cuts the lead to 14. So a little bit of things starting to click here for Comenius School. Do they have enough here? We're into the last minute of the third quarter. Will they be able in the fourth quarter to work back in under double digits? Deep shot, no good. Rebounded by Harad. Kicks it out to Blackwell. Blackwell drives to the right. Little Euro step into the paint there between two players. 43.2 left. And a turnover is going to put the ball back in the hands of Comenius. They would like to get a 2-for-1 here, but there's no shot clock, so they may just either hold for one or work for the best shot. 30 seconds left here in the quarter. But things going a little bit better now for Comenius. Deep outside shot, that would help a lot. Misses everything, though. And now NCA has to work against the press. 8 seconds left. 7, 6. Stops, mid-range shot, no good. Big rebound, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. 44-30 now. National Christian Academy JV boys up over the Comenius School out of South Carolina. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back in just a moment. We are back here. Fourth quarter action in the JV title game between National Christian Academy and the Comenius School out of South Carolina. National Christian Academy out of Maryland. And right now, NCA has been rolling all game. Comenius School started getting something working. Malik Kennedy misses the dunk. Would have liked to have seen that one. But he gets it back, misses that shot as well, and that's going to be a foul on Kennedy. Kennedy has been getting some encouragement and coaching from the varsity guys over here, so they're going to have to talk to him about how to throw that down a little better. He definitely had the lift, and we've got a break in the action early. 7:31 left in the fourth quarter as NCAA continues to hold on to that 14-point lead. Coming up next, we've got another National Christian team, the girls team, varsity, taking on Legacy Charter out of South Carolina, so another good matchup, and that should be a good one. That is also the title game here on Championship Saturday. Coming to you live from North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the J. Bryan Floyd Center. I am Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. I appreciate everybody joining me today as the crew and I have been down in sunny and sometimes chilly South Carolina enjoying some high-level basketball. And we are back in action. 7:26 left to go in this one. Comenius School has got to come up with some answers. They did have a little bit working at the end of the third quarter, but they're going to need a lot more to make a game of this. They're going to have to find ways to score. This has been one of their main shooters, but that one's off to the left, and now Malik Kennedy open, dish, underhand, shovel pass, good ball movement, and finally the score by McAdoo. He's got 5, and he's the trailer. The secondary break working for National Christian Academy on that one. And they push their lead back out to 16. So coaches for both teams have different strategies at this point, and I am not sure exactly what Comenius School is. They suddenly look a little dazed about what they want to run. That three ball no good, and McAdoo with the rebound, and now NCAA looking to run again. Capeda's shot too strong. Pulled down by Hayes. Number 4, he's going to pull it out. really, NCA has no reason to rush here. Kennedy coming up to the high post. May set a pick. He does. Capeta drives, dishes, and that's going to be a foul. He dished it off to McAdoo. McAdoo missed the shot, and then there's a hold as he grabbed Benny by the arm. And so that's going to be a turnover and an empty trip for NCA. And right now, coach of NCA is talking. Coach Chaz talking to McAdoo. And McAdoo is going to go to the bench. So Benny at the line for Comenius to go. Now this is a good development for Comenius as the clock is stopped and that shot rolls around, and finally the crowd for Comenius has a little something to cheer for there. It's been all NCA early. Second shot no good. Rebound, NCA, as they wait for the players to catch up. Guards pushing the ball around the outside, the perimeter. Drive, Capeta tried to drive and dish, but passes a little outside. Now here's Kennedy on deep. Looked like he wanted to shoot for a second. Does a little jab step and gives it up to Covington. Now Covington driving, feeds it inside, slapped away by Benny. Oh, and that's going to be a foul on the floor. Benny with the steal and got it up to Brandon. Brandon drove, and then he was fouled. And I'm not sure if that's going to be a shooting foul, but it looks like they're lining up like that. So number 3, Brandon to the line. So once again, 5:25 left in the fourth here. That shot is good. That cuts the lead to 13. A lot of ground still to make up. Comenius School needs some defensive stops. And they need to start right here with just over 5 minutes left to go. And try to make a game of this. Battle inside. All the size from NCA being to their advantage, and they draw the foul. And I believe that foul was called on Nishan for Comenius School. And that's going to send Malik Kennedy to the line. His first shot is good. Unofficially 15 on the day for Malik Kennedy. He's been a major factor and easily leads all scorers in today's action by a wide margin. Battle inside, and there's another foul. And that was going to go against Quincy. And that's going to send Javon Shingler to the line. And Malik Kennedy and Shingler both about the same height. I think Shingler may be just a bit taller, but just a lot of size that Comenius School is having a hard time contending with. Shingler with the first free throw there. He's got 7 on the day. Second shot from Shingler up and good. So that pushes the lead back out to 16 with 4:54 left. Comenius School is going to have to start looking for some deep shots here, I think, as time has become a factor for them. But really, any points will count, and that they cannot get anything to go their way. But even that, the hometown South Carolina faithful is glad to see something somewhat positive develop here. They've been going to the line several trips down, so if they can continue to do that, they can slowly work their way back in, but they've got to get some defensive stops down here. Benny's shot is good. 4:44 left in this game. Now here's Malik Kennedy, just leaving points on the floor there, missing that second free throw. Malik drives up between three players and score. Nice play by Malik Kennedy. And now Malik Kennedy closing in on a 20-point game. He's got 17 by my count. Battle inside. Really tough play there by Benny. Hasn't had a great scoring day, but that time, that's the second trip down where Benny has just really fought inside to get some points. And Comenius could have used some of that inside earlier, as they've struggled with that interior size of NCA. And Benny's shot is good. Still a 14-point lead, though, for NCA. So Comenius School has had some offensive success at the end of the third and into the fourth, but they've defensively been unable to contend with the offensive weapons of National Christian Academy. And that is going to be a turnover, which is good for Comenius. Contained in the floor as Brandon leaves the game. And it looks like McAdoo is going to be coming back for NCA as Covington leaves. So he's changing a guard out for a big man on the NCA end of things. So they've got their three of their bigs in there. And that's trying to contend with Benny, who's had some success early, and now he got away from the defender, but then he traveled. 3:27 left in the first game of the day. Drive and no foul call. That's going to stay with NCA. Over the top, no good. Big rebound by McAdoo. He spins away from everybody. He can't finish it. Once again, McAdoo just reaches up and just snatches the ball away from the smaller defenders and finally gets it out to his guard. Now here's Malik Kennedy. Kennedy just kicks to the outside. No good. Battle inside for the rebound. There's going to be a foul call. And I believe that foul call is going to be on number 12, Dillon. Javon Shingler. His 9th point of the day, with a chance for his 10th coming up right here. And once again, NCA pulls four of their players, the other 4 players, off the line. Shingler unable to capitalize on that second free throw. And we've got a timeout on the floor as Comenius School wants to talk things over. 2:44 left in this one, 52-37 in favor of National Christian Academy. You're watching the USA National Prep Basketball Championship, brought to you by North Myrtle Beach. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're locked in for the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds of this first game of the day. The JV boys title game here at the USA National Prep Basketball Championships. And right now, it's all been National Christian Academy with the lead for quite some time. Comenius School has had a better second half than they had a first half, but nothing that they would be really, really happy with as they continue to struggle to try to stop the high-octane offense of NCA. And they really, really need a defensive stop at this point. Every possession so precious now. They really cannot afford any more buckets to be allowed by NCA down the stretch here. They've got to lock things in. With only 2 minutes left, they're facing a tall hurdle, and now that hurdle just got a little bit higher as Blackwell of NCA is going to be going to the line shooting. Neither one of Blackwell's shots goes. And we got a foul on the floor on Quincy as McAdoo went up to get the ball. So now McAdoo at the line, and things just compounding now for Comenius School. 1:59 left. And McAdoo's shot is good. Unofficially, I have him down for 6 points on the day. He's been a big factor on the inside. Malik Kennedy, the bounce pass, and that looks like an unforced turnover, but he thought McAdoo was going to cut through the lane, and McAdoo did cut through the lane, but he was a little too fast. He went right to the rim thinking Kennedy was going to shoot. So when Kennedy bounced past to where he thought McAdoo was going to be, there was no one there, and the ball is out of bounds and over to Comenius School. Kennedy goes out to a little bit of applause from the crowd. Excellent effort today by Kennedy. He leads all scorers in today's game. They may not need him down the stretch as they continue to hold a very comfortable lead. Benny tracking this ball down in the backcourt. Gets it up to Monte. Deep shot, no good. Big rebound there inside by McAdoo. And now for National Christian Academy, all they really want to do now is just hold the ball as long as they can and take the air out of the ball. With only 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this one, they're basically a little over a minute away from a title. And the crowd can feel it, and the players can feel it, and it looks like Comenius is kind of just about to concede. And we're under a minute, and that's probably going to do it. No reason for NCA to take another shot. No reason for Comenius to foul. And they do foul, though. And now there's some discussion among the players saying there's no reason to foul. So some communication issues there between the players. So I believe that Comenius was not going to foul there, and there was some miscommunication. Maybe somebody from the stands or someone was yelling foul. .45 seconds left. 54-37 now. NCA at the line. That free throw is good for Hayes. And now with 42 seconds left to go, that is probably going to do it. And we have another unforced turnover, sort of a little insult to injury there for Comenius. A tough loss for them. They did a good job at advancing to this title game. it's always tough that only one team goes home without a loss. Only one team goes home undefeated, just like the any tournament from the NBA Finals all the way down to AAU. Comenius played very well earlier in the tournament, got to the title game, but unfortunately just not enough today to handle the athleticism and size of National Christian Academy. And for NCAA, they have a very bright future with a lot of these players will be moving on to their varsity in the next couple of years. Under 10 left to play. I want to thank everybody for joining us for this first game. Be sure to tune in next on Netcast Sports for the Varsity Girls National Championship here at USA National Prep Basketball. I've been Marcus Shockley with Netcast Sports. Thanks to everyone for joining us, and we'll see you in just a few moments.